Hello, welcome to Dungeon Dwellers Podcast. I'm your host, Justin. Welcome to part 2 of our Godzilla Marathon reviews. Today we're reviewing the 2004 movie Godzilla Final Wars. It's directed by Ryuhei Kitamura, starring... I'm just gonna list off the title, the scroll here. Because they list off the actors right here. I literally just finished watching the movie. You got Masahiro Mastsuoka, Rei Kikukawa, Don Frye is Captain Gordon, the best part of the movie. Maki Mizuno, Kazuki Kitamura, Kane Kasugi, and I think that's pretty much all the important people. So the story for this movie is that it takes at the beginning of this movie, you see the president of Japan and the general from the last movie on board this battleship called the Gentengo, battling Godzilla in the South Pole, and they defeat Godzilla and imprison him in ice. Years later, a new organization is formed using new race of humans called mutants, which have enhanced abilities. You know, they're stronger, faster. You know how they are. And they formed the Earth Defense Force and M organization, which the Earth Defense Force is basically instead of, relying on, Mecha Godzilla or other monsters to fight our battles for us, what they're doing now is they created battleships to fight all the monsters that show up in the world, right? And the Gentenko is one of them. The helmsman of the Gentenko is now the captain. Like this takes place years later, as they return from a mission from fighting a monster. Aliens show up like monsters. All the monsters attack at the same time the aliens show up, and the aliens make the monsters go away, right? And there's a lot of cool scenes where all the individual monsters are attacking different countries, right? And there's a lot of funny scenes in the movie. Like there's a lot of American. I don't know if they're American, but they got a lot of foreign actors in the movie. And some of their English is fucking awful, especially the New York scene where this guy is this cop who's obviously ADR'd is towing this black guy who's dressed like a pimp's car, and he pulls a gun on him. They pull guns on each other, right? And then there's a other homeless kid who points out, hey, there's a monster over there, and they just both get killed by Rodan. Which the monsters that appear in this movie, that's the thing. If you ever buy the physical media, they show you which monsters appear on the back of the case. So we got Godzilla, obviously, Gigan, King Caesar, Anguirus, Kumanga, Kamakiris, Ebra, Manda, Hedora, Rodan, Manila being Godzilla Jr., Mafra, Monster X, and Monster X2, which looks like King Ghidorah to me, and Zilla. Yes, they even got the Godzilla from the shitty 1998 movie to appear in this movie. And yeah, the first half of this is a 2-hour movie. The first half of the movie is our characters realizing, hey, the aliens aren't the saviors that they pretend to be. They're actually fish people, and the whole reason they came to Earth because they need to harvest us for our for our mitochondria, right? So like the second half is they also have alien infiltrators, right? Which reminded me of the miniseries, which I'm going to review at some point. Yeah, so the first half is our characters learning about this. The second half is um, the gang, Captain, what was his name again? Captain Gordon and the crew of the Gentogo, go to the South Pole to release Godzilla. Which, there's a hilarious scene where like you have the two guys who look after Godzilla. It's this like Samoan guy and this black guy. Like the black guy just gets off the phone with the Gentoko. He's like, "Hey man, the Gentoko's coming here. Tengo is coming here, and they're gonna release Godzilla." And he's like, the guy's like, just the guy just spits out his coffee. And like immediately after they release Godzilla, the first thing Godzilla does is blow up, kill the two guys who were like overwatching his imprisonment, which I felt a little sorry for for them. Yeah, so like the plan that the captain of the Gentenko comes up with is Godzilla's going to fight and kill all the monsters, while our main characters and their ship go and fight the aliens, right? Which are called the Exilians. And you got, like, if you're a fan of ship battles and, like, big epic, like, aerial battles, like, there's some really cool ones here. Especially the Gang Tango very much reminds me of the Battleship Yamato from Space Battleship Yamato, aka Star Blazers, which was Yeji Matsumoto's anime show. Especially like Captain Gordon, and man, I wish Captain Gordon had more scenes in the movie, which. Though I felt like a lot of the English actors acting were very shitty. You can tell that they were like they hired people more on their looks instead of their acting ability, which makes sense as a Japanese movie. Yeah. Also, I should mention that how all the American, like, English actors will speak English, while all the Japanese actors will speak Japanese, and they have no problem understanding each other. Yeah, so the second half of the movie is basically Godzilla getting thrown in a gauntlet, finding monster after monster, which the scene where he fights the American Godzilla, who's called Zilla here, while that scene is going on, they play some 41's song. Well, fuck, what was it called? Whatever. They play a Sum 41 song while the fight's going on, and like Godzilla in like not even 30 seconds kills the American Godzilla. And then like the main bad guy on the battleship, who's on the alien battleship, who's watching, is like, God damn it! I knew that tuna eating monster wouldn't amount to much. It's like, yeah, it was they clearly got the American Godzilla in this movie just to shit on it, which a lot of people love. I don't know. I was a kid when I saw the American Godzilla. I kind of see why people hate it, but like, I don't know. Part of me likes that movie, especially like Jean Reno, which I am going to review. The American Godzilla movie next. I know I said I was going to review Shin Godzilla, but we should save the best for last, okay? Yeah, so I'm going to review the next, my next Godzilla review is going to be the American Godzilla movie, the 1998 one, not the newer ones, which I'll review at some point. So one criticism I have for this movie is that the movie was obviously a post Matrix movie, so there's a lot of cringy wire work, martial art fight scenes in the movie. Which at first I'm like, why do these mutants need to what's like train in martial arts and all that shit when they're going to be operating battleships, right? Well, they well you do get to see them do it, use their martial arts throughout the movie. Especially there's a scene where they fight a monster with just like the mutants fight the monsters just on their own with over the shoulder like big ass weapons like bazookas and shit, and it totally reminded me of the Earth Defense Force games. So I'm like, holy shit, are they really going to fight this giant monster with just like heavy weapons? And it actually worked apparently. Oy vey, that was so cringe, but you know, it was kind of fun to watch. That's the thing with this movie. It's like if you're not a fan of tokusatsu, right? And like, you know, over the top like action scenes and stuff, you're probably not gonna like this movie. But if you are a fan of that, I'm giving this movie an 8 out of 10. I highly recommend it for Godzilla fans. I originally was going to watch all the Godzilla movies. Um, Sorry, someone's calling me. Yeah, sorry about that. I had like relatives call me to ask me about my mom. It's like, just go call her. She has a cell phone. Why are you calling me to ask me about my mom? Like, Jesus Christ. It's like I have like Jesus. Um, yeah. So yeah, I'm giving this movie an 8 out of 10. But when I give this movie 8 out of 10, I'm not saying it's better than like other movies other movies that I gave like 7 or 6 or whatever. I'm comparing this movie. When I give it an 8 out of 10, I'm saying it's an 8 out of 10 compared to other tokusatsu movies, right? So like if so in our house movie that I gave like a 7 out of 10 or 7.5 or whatever, I'm not saying that's better than this. That's worse than this. I'm just comparing. I'm just basing my rating on taku and tokusatsu movies in general. All right. Okay, so that's the end of this review. See you later. I'm going to do a reaction video to DreamWorks Voltron show because I got a request to review that, which I'm not going to review next this week. I'm going to review that like the week after. Our next mecha anime review, if you're into that stuff, is going to be Go Shogun. Oh, and on Monday we hit our 30 our 30 sub goal. So because we hit that, Incel Cinema Month is going on. We're gonna review Drive. We're gonna review the new Blade Runner movie. We're gonna review Pusher. We're gonna review Cuck, Last American Version, 10 to Midnight, and then I gotta pick another movie. I'm only gonna review eight movies for Incel Cinema Month because you know I'm not gonna have between the other stuff we're doing. I'm not gonna have time to review that many. And there's like I don't know a lot of movies where the main protagonist is in. So if you guys know any, let me know in the comments. All right. Also, if you have any Godzilla movies you want me to review, also put those in the comments. And that's about it. See you later. Bye.